So, hi everybody. It feels like being in a living room, but nevertheless, we do our very best to entertain you. So first of all, to myself, Markus, my name. I'm the Managing Director of Chemovator GmbH, which is the business incubator of BASF Group. And in that, I'm spinning off companies out of BASF, but most importantly here in this context, I'm investing in early stage founders dedicating themselves to turn the chemical industry upside down. And what I'd like to do today is actually talking about the future of the chemical industry and chemical research. And I don't want to bore you to death, and I brought the most, for me, best expert I could think of for this question, Xenia. And Xenia, potentially you could do the favor and to introduce yourself.
I've been working in research and production in the chemical industry for over 25 years now, and always passionate about it. And currently I'm responsible for the research of BASF in Specialties and Bioscience. And this means we're developing materials, sustainable materials that are bio-based and biodegradable, or recyclable and biodegradable.
Cool. So let's go right into it, and saying, and as I already introduced, means the chemical industry potentially facing some major issues. We talked the last couple of days, or the last 1.5 days, around climate change, water management, new materials. But nevertheless, is that now part of the problem, or is it a part of a solution?
Oh, Markus, good question. I would say both. I mean, the chemical industry, when we developed plastics in the last century, this was in the beginning a great solution. Yeah, making things more affordable, nylon stockings instead of, silk stockings, having, cars that are more lightweight by replacing steel, and finally also having cheap packaging. But again, because this was so cheap and so abundant and the growth was so big, of course we created the waste problem, which now pollutes the streams and the environment. And therefore, it is a problem. Chemistry, the success of chemistry can be a problem, but chemistry can also be the solution.
Okay. Now when we refer to chemicals and materials per se, could you spell out where actually new materials, sustainable materials, could be really the solution to those kind of topics?
Yeah, there are several examples. For instance, just take electromobility. Without battery materials, we wouldn't have this. Mm-hmm. And there is constant innovation going on, making more, performing battery materials that increase the range. Or hydrogen, like a new energy source, energy carrier. Here we have like electrocatalysts which use platinum, and currently we work on, and iridium, working on using less iridium in these catalysts, making it cheaper and making this technology also more affordable. So specifically in these big areas, I think materials research can provide a lot.
Okay, cool. Means we are both chemical industry veterans. It means you are, I am. And my perception was that the chemical industry was a kind of closed club. Means more or less big names, shut doors, and everything what was happening was somehow hidden. Is that your perception too? That is still a closed club?
When you're in it, you don't see it that way, but I can fully understand it because we are a highly specialized industry. And we do speak a language, that is chemistry, that normal people don't understand.
I do.
And then we also develop the products together with our customers in the value chain, the plastics and the packaging. And so we only talk to them. We needed no one else. Mm-hmm. But now things are changing because we need to change our materials, we need to become more sustainable and need to look at different raw materials, different value chains. And this means the chemical industry is also opening up and talking with all partners along the value chain, and also including the public. So yes, we will communicate more and be a less closed shop.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now in the last 1.5 days, means at least that was my impression, actually in the last couple of years, there have been more and more startups out of academia, out of a garage or somewhere, dedicating themselves for putting forward new materials, new sustainable chemicals. And I'm asking myself, is it now just a new hype? Is that really dealing with the heart of the matter? Is that set up for failure? Or is that really the next hot thing? Talking about a next wave of truly new materials, new chemicals, sustainable way solving and addressing the issues. What's your take on that?
I think it's really fascinating to see so many startups coming up with solutions for materials and coming up with great ideas. And I think looking at the amount of the challenge, we need this creativity. And so for us, it's interesting to look at it. Of course, we know that only a fraction of those ideas will finally make it. And the criteria for those ideas making it is that in the end, we need to have the raw materials available at scale, and we had today a nice example for some startups also providing that, and then also the ability to scale. Yeah. And when you have that, even then you will be more expensive than the existing solutions, and therefore it would be great if there could be another another outlet in high value areas where these materials start first.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would be really great. Yeah.
Okay, Xenia, now you be running a large R&D organization, means truly in size, people, staffing, budget, resources, is when you look to startups, means what do you envision as a mode of collaboration with those guys? Means with the external world, with the startups coming from dreaming their vision, their baby, what do you see as a kind of interaction driving the large ship from internal?
We are an R&D department, as we talked about it, and it's clear for us we're also in R&D, we're interested in the technology, yeah? And often this is something where when we see an interesting technology, we'll collaborate with startups, and then what we can really provide is our great infrastructure and also our scaling capabilities. But once this goes further, I mean, depending on where the business area is located, and it's not always something for BASF, we can definitely also support with the access to the market players that we have. Yeah, so there are several areas, but of course we are very, very limited with the areas that we will directly take up. So a startup shouldn't dream of that, they have a material that fits exactly into our niche. But nevertheless, by working together, I think we both can learn from each other. Yeah.
And saying, could you comment a little bit on, scale you think and scale a startup thinks? Means from managing those expectations.
Yeah, I mean, in chemical companies, in order to make affordable products, we talk about thousands of tons, and when we have high value materials, we can then talk about a few tons. So we look from a few tons to a few thousand or 100,000 tons in the end. And I think this takes years to get there. That's absolutely clear, but that's the range in which we're playing.
Cool. And now if you have one chance, one shot to formulate your wish here for the community, what would it be?
Yeah, bring forward your ideas, your concepts that you have for sustainable materials. I think we're really happy to look at those things, talk to us, and then we both can find out, both sides, what we have to offer and what we can do on both sides to help move the needle here.
Many thanks, Xenia. Means fast 10 minutes. Many thanks for sharing your thoughts. Very much appreciated. Potentially it gives you a certain flavor. Yes, that industry is ready to open its gate because times are up for change, and we both understand that. Thank you very much.